Hello everyone, this will be a quick tutorial on how I got this look. Alright, don't mind her, she always has to act like a weirdo in all my videos. So what I first did was lift the hair. What I'm going to be using is BW2 with the 20 developer. I know a lot of stylists, they'll use 40 developer, but I didn't want a high lift. I'm just lifting it a little bit so the color is not too bright. She wanted a dark burgundy, so I didn't want it to be too bright for the color. Since this hair has a tight curl pattern, you have to make sure that the hair is saturated completely, so every strand will take. Also, what I'm doing is towards the top of the weft, I'm actually turning the brush vertically instead of horizontally, so it doesn't have that harsh line. It's going to blend in, it's going to flow, it's going to look like the color is growing out of the root. Now when you are coloring hair, you have to make sure that you are going to flip over the hair just to make sure that everything got distributed evenly. And then also what I'm going to do is you'll see me open up the hair to make sure that it went through on both sides. I actually colored 3 bundles, but I'm just showing you here the 2 because I didn't want this video to be super duper long. But here you'll actually see me do the same thing that I did to the first bundle as well. So I'm actually going to be installing a lace closure on her, but I wanted you guys to see exactly how I got that look without having harsh lines. Remember I said that I actually turn the brush vertically. You'll see me do this here. But what I also do is some parts I do a little bit higher, and then some they're going to be a little bit lower. So it looks like it's actually flowing with the root. Okay, so I bet you guys didn't think that I used box dye, but I did. This is actually blazing burgundy that we applied to the hair. You have to make sure that the hair is fully dry before you do apply the color. If you don't, it will not take. So what I did was I dried it first, and then here you'll actually see me applying the color. Guys, you have to make sure that the hair is saturated with the color because you want to make sure that you don't miss anything. I hate when I see someone do color, or I might see someone in person and you'll see, you could tell that they miss spots and you'll see the bleached parts in the hair. So you have to make sure that you get every bit of hair. And then what you're going to do is, I actually let it sit for about 30 to 40 minutes because I wanted to make sure that color went through. Here's where you see me apply the lace closure. I only recorded this part. I didn't record me actually sewing in all the wax and straightening it, but I wanted you to see the technique that I use for the install of the lace closure. So what you actually see me do is start stitching underneath. I like to do that first so it actually can stay down. So I stitch underneath, and then what you'll see is the next part I'll do a stitch in the back of the closure before I actually start to go around the perimeter. After I stitch that part in the back, I'm going to go around the perimeter, and then I'm going to do my invisible stitching, which you'll actually see in a little bit. It's going to be towards the front of the closure.
Everybody will be dancing to the feeling you're right. Everybody will be dancing to the doing it right. Everybody will be dancing to the doing it right. Everybody will be dancing and you're doing it right. Everybody will be dancing to the feeling you're right. Everybody will be dancing to the doing it right.
See, here's actually where you'll see me do that invisible stitch right in the front. Alright, I know it may seem that I'm being really rough for her, but she will not sit still at all. As you can tell, she keeps moving. But here you'll actually see me do that invisible stitch right in front of the closure. I like to do it right there because it's going to actually lay really, really flat. And then right here towards the end of the closure, you see in the corner, I'm going to do an anchor, but I'm going to actually use the thread, so it's going to lay really, really flat. And you see here, I'm doing that stitch. And when you do it with the thread, it doesn't actually have a lot of tension on here, so it's not going to break her hair off at all. Now you see here, I slowed it up. It looks really, really flat. Okay, she is done. This girl swears she's like in a L'Oreal commercial or something, but here's the finished product.